February 16th, the Christian Church remembers Philip Melanchthon, dear friend of Martin Luther and confessor of the Christian faith. Philip Melanchthon was an academic. He was a scholar, an expert in many fields, including the languages such as Latin and Greek. He was an extremely smart man. But above all of that, Philip Melanchthon was a devout Christian. Melanchthon used his academic gifts in the university setting and found himself teaching at the University of Wittenberg at the same time as Dr. Martin Luther. While Luther taught in the theology department, Philip Melanchthon was teaching the classical languages. But of course, these languages were also biblical languages, languages of theology. So Melanchthon and Luther's departments often intersected. Luther and Melanchthon became fast friends and would become partners in the Reformation that was to come. It would be Melanchthon and not Luther who would present the official teachings of the Lutheran Church to the emperor, to the princes of the Holy Roman Empire, by writing the words of the Augsburg Confession. In this document, Philip Melanchthon was able to clearly and boldly articulate the doctrines of the church, but also to skillfully soften the edges and speak in a way that endeared him and the Lutheran Confession of Faith to the emperor and to the princes. Martin Luther was often harsh in his words, bombastic, and could be seen as confrontational. But his friend, Philip Melanchthon, was more politically savvy, a peacemaker, and gentle with his words, yet without wavering on his theological convictions. It is probably safe to say that if Philip Melanchthon had not offered and presented the Augsburg Confession, it may have never received an audience, and the Lutheran Confession of Faith may have died with Luther. But as it was, this man of God, greatly skilled and wise, was able to give the church at the time and the church today a lasting document that carefully and skillfully articulates our confession of faith. And so today, February 16th, we do thank God for using Philip Melanchthon to aid in reforming Christ's church and for his demonstration of these fruits of the Spirit, the fruits of love, peace, gentleness, and self-control.